Hello students, today we are going to discuss the topic sublimation under the heading of matter. As we know that before sublimation, let me recall one thing to you that whenever suppose we have solid, for example ice we have, whenever we give heat energy to this solid, what happened? These molecules of this solid start to vibrate more vigorously and they try to make some space, and after receiving more and more energy by using heat, they try to make some space so that they can freely move inside the boundary. Means what? Solid change by receiving heat, solid changes into liquid. This is your one state. Next one is your liquid. Say here ice changes into water. Ice changes into water because we give heat energy to ice. Now when we give heat energy to this liquid part, means we heat the water, then what happened? It converted into gaseous form. What is the gaseous form of water? It's a water vapor or steam. Clear? So this you know, but there are some matter, some solids are there which when we heat them, not burn, there is meaning the difference between heating and burning. When we heat them, what they never move to the liquid part, their liquid part, they cross this part and directly convert it themselves into gaseous part. Solid, when we give heat energy to them, they convert into gaseous form. And for this we have a very common example in our home. It's a camphor. We burn camphor during our puja, during our artis, we burn camphor. But what happens if we heat camphor? Burning means to make the chemical change so that fire come out from that fuel. But no, I am not discussing about the burning. I am discussing about the heating. Means we simply increase the temperature so that it can convert from solid to liquid or gaseous part. How we heat the camphor? Take a camphor in a spoon and just below the spoon, or place the spoon just over the candle. Suppose this spoon contains some camphor over here. Clear? And we place this spoon above the candle so that we can give a small amount of heat energy to the spoon. What you observe, slowly it decreases its size, and vaporizes upward. This is the sublimation. So in this case, when we heat camphor, we are unable to receive the liquid part of camphor. There is no liquid camphor. Camphor changes directly into gases. This process is known as your sublimation. This is your sublimation. Now there are various types of matter or compounds are there which do this sublimation. For example, one more is camphor, iodine, your ammonium chloride. Then your naphthalene ball, we are using to place those naphthalene balls in our winter garments when we keep those garments in our trunk or your almirah. So naphthalene. This one is also a good example of common and good example of your sublimation. We place the ball inside the woolen garment and keep the trunk. No one open that ball. No one even touch that naphthalene ball. But when we open that next year, those and take out those garments, there is no evidence of naphthalene ball, because by absorbing heat energy from the woolen garment kept inside the box, they vaporizes and kill the germs. So this is your sublimation. Now we are going to discuss last two topic of your chapter matter, then close the chapter. Next one is your chemical change. In your class, there is no need to discuss some examples of chemical change on heating, but always remember that whenever we heat some substances go under chemical changes. For best example is when we heat some calcium carbonate, CaCO3, that's your limestone. Limestone converts itself into calcium oxide and some carbon dioxide gas is released. So leave that topic. Now one common discussion about candle, burning of candle. Whenever we burn a candle, suppose this is your candle. This is your wick and we burn the candle likewise. Candle is burning. My drawing is not so good, so need not to laugh on my drawing. My math is good. So when we burn this candle, what happened? By receiving heat energy, wick passes the heat energy to the wax of the candle. Clear? And this wax is utilized in two forms. First, this wax is used by the fire, that flame, for survival of the flame means flame take fuel from wax and convert into carbon dioxide and continue its burning. And with the effect of heat energy, some part of wax melted and fall at the bottom. Clear? So in this case we have two types of changes, as we already discussed types of changes: physical change and chemical change. So here first, wax is burning of wax. Here wax burn itself to convert into carbon dioxide and to continue the burning of flame, burning of candle. This is your burning of wax is your chemical change. But in this case, melting of wax. Melting of wax also occur. Why this thing occur? Because when heat energy received by wax and that wax is not utilized in burning of candle, so that wax convert itself from solid to liquid state and fall just below the candle. This is your physical change, because here we have only the melting, not melting. It's a melting, and here burning is a chemical change. Here burning is a chemical change. It is a physical change. So this is all about the burning of candle. Question says that do all types of substances goes under three types of changes? No, because sublimation is there, so no, all type of substances not go under the three state of changes. Some changes from solid to liquid to gas, and some changes solid to gas directly. Once again, some changes solid to gas directly. Under that we have dry ice. Dry ice means that ice used prepared by decreasing the pressure of carbon dioxide, and when we give the heat energy to that dry ice never converts itself into liquid form. It directly goes into the gaseous form. So all these for today. Your topic is complete. All of you must read the book. After seeing the video, all of you must read the book and point out what is not discussed by me. Try to understand by yourself, and if still it's not clear to you, remind me so that I can clear in the very next video. That's all for today. Thank you.